We have a constant light show, so just please remain in your safe spot. If you're in central and southern sections of Todd County, it's not everybody in Todd County. Clifty is not included in that, but Sharon Grove is, and Elkton and Trenton and so on and so forth. So that's the situation there. In Montgomery County, we still have some really rough thunderstorms starting to move in, and now they're coming in from the west. No warnings as of this very moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get one in time. Now, this area and through here, Clarksville points north and east, obviously had that really nasty cell that moved through. So as Lisa mentioned a couple of times, I mentioned as well, the atmosphere is getting worn out by these precursor rounds of rain. So as this moves on through and it rolls over Cunningham and eventually downtown Clarksville, it's going to fill up the rain gauges. It's going to cause some localized flooding on the road, some localized ponding. So be aware of that. But the chances of us getting a lot of severe weather out of that once one round of rain has moved by continues to diminish. You're looking live right now in Clarksville. Things have really improved over the last, say, 20 minutes or so since that storm has moved into the state of Kentucky. And I'm sure we got some live cameras over downtown Nashville. Some of the heaviest weather is now working into the downtown. So roads, if we've got some TDOT cameras to pop up as well, will just show the ponding. You can see low visibility, lower clouds overtaking downtown right now. And so just not a good time to run some errands. Again, we've got that severe thunderstorm warning for really the heart of the I-65 corridor. This is 24 east of Hickory Hollow Parkway, and so we've got the latter portion of the afternoon commute, the evening commute now, and so hopefully people aren't in too much of a hurry to get home because there will be some slippery going on the roads as not just this round of rain moves through, but notice what's just to the west here. You see another round moving in from Cheatham County, and then the heavier round is back to the west. So again, a good many of us tonight will probably pick up 1, 2, 3 inches of rain by the time it's all said and done. Lisa?
All right, so boy, it's a lot to keep track of tonight with multiple storms going on, but we're going to sort it out for you. We've got some rain that is moving closer to you if you're in Gallatin. I know if you're in Spring Hill, you haven't seen the brunt of this yet. Eventually, it'll be moving into your neck of the woods too. Right now, it is moving through Davidson County. So heavy downpours, very high winds associated with this storm. You remain under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that warning does extend down through Rutherford County, Williamson County, over to Wilson County, because we still have some more storms to come through your area. And then, of course, that comes back into Sumner and eventually into Robertson County with that active weather that is moving out of this general area right here around the metro. Do want to let you know, if you're watching to the south, we're watching for you too. We just don't have any warnings in effect here from Manchester down to Winchester. Things have calmed down considerably for you over to Lawrenceburg and Elkton. So things have really died down. We're looking at some rain in those general locations right now. So that is good news as the storm is moving towards the north at this point. Now, the main line is still sitting back here, and there are some severe thunderstorm warnings along that main line as it slowly, and I mean slowly, inches toward the east. The thunderstorms are riding up northeastward, and the line itself is moving towards the east right now. By far, our still dangerous, most dangerous storm is right up here to the northeast. That's the one we've been tracking. We actually started tracking this when it was in Hardin County quite a while ago. Dan?
Lisa, you can keep it, but I just want to interject for a moment. I just jumped on the Paducah National Weather Service chat room that we monitor, and at 6:22 they actually typed that fire folks, let's see, let me get back to it here. Essentially, the fire department reported a tornado on the ground by Todd County Fire near St. Bethlehem, moving northeast between Guthrie and Trenton. So essentially, St. Bethlehem down here, just across the state border. So they actually 10 minutes ago reported seeing this on the ground and through here. So very likely just north of 79 right now, we still have a tornado on the ground.
That's right. So this is a cell they're talking about that was a little farther southward when they saw that, and now it has moved towards the northeast. This has really held together. This is the same cell that I was saying we've tracked since Hardin County, where we had a report of a tornado when it was that far to the south. So I have a feeling we're going to see quite a trail of some, at least some wind damage with this storm as it's moving towards the northeast. northeast. So we've had a report there as the storm has moved into Todd County that folks there, the fire officials there in Todd County saw a tornado on the ground with this storm. And it has had some very powerful winds associated with it. I mean, easy to find on the radar, very easy to find. As the storm has moved towards the northeast, we've got a ding indicating a new warning, and this is a severe thunderstorm warning. So I want to pass that information along to you real quickly. A new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. It does include folks that are over in, let's see, northeastern Dixon County, east central Stewart County, also Montgomery County. That in effect until 7:15. More storms along that line has prompted that too. So this is our most dangerous storm right now. We'll show you the new severe thunderstorm warning in just a second, but let's check these winds, because where we have reports of a tornado, we want to make sure that you are seeing what we're seeing here. And this is what we look at. We've got winds that are really packed in, red and green, indicating that the winds in that storm are blowing toward the radar side and away from the radar side. So that's what catches our eye and makes us think, well, we could have a tornado in that area. This go around, we want you to take this storm very seriously, because we have had an eyewitness report of a tornado right in through here with this storm. So that's Elkton. The storm is right upon you there if you're in Elkton, moving toward the northeast now. And this is 102, I believe, that we have under there, and we'll be crossing 68. It's almost on 68 right now. We'll have a sweep come across in just a second. And this is Highway 178. Here comes our latest sweep. This is the live radar. So it is now on Highway 68. If you are along Highway 68, there is a potential tornado moving across the highway there. So make sure that you're in your safe place now, and it'll eventually be moving to Highway 178. And we tell you this not to scare you. We just want you to be advised. It's a very serious storm. It's already had a history of producing tornadoes, and now we have a confirmation in Todd County of a potential tornado already sighted, so it could still be on the ground as it moves towards Elkton. So you're under a tornado warning there in Todd County. Now here is where we were talking about. This was the bowl-shaped funnel cloud, which is being described by the folks there that saw that storm coming across right over into Todd County. So that was along the I-24 mile marker 9 is where that was reported when it was moving across the interstate. So that's the storm that we're talking about. We've already had a report of a sighting with it. That's why we want you to take this storm very, very seriously, with that tornado warning remaining in effect there. We think that a potential tornado right now may be right along the highway here, right at Elkton. Here comes our latest sweep. This is why we love having a live radar, because we can show you exactly where the storm is right now without having to wait at all. And you can see it is lifted up towards the northeast and is continuing to move towards you in Sharon Grove. So if you're in Sharon Grove, make sure you're taking the precautions that we're telling you about and headed to the safest place you can be. If you've got a basement, that's ideal. If you're in a mobile home, please do not stay in your mobile home. Hopefully you can run to the neighbor's house next door, or even go outside and get into a low-lying area would be better if staying in a mobile home if you're very near the Sharon Grove area, as this storm is moving from Elkton up towards Sharon Grove. Already confirmation of a tornado with this storm. Now the storm remaining west of you in the Russellville community, and that's the tornado warning that we see right there. Now we mentioned that we were going to show you the brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. Let me go over those counties once again. And that is for the box, the new box that you see right through here. And that does include folks that are in east central Stewart County, northeastern Dixon County, and also for folks that are in Montgomery County. So this is the warning right here. I was pointing the wrong box, but right in through here. That's the new warning that has been issued, and that's in effect until 7:15. So right in through here, including folks that are in east central Stewart, northeastern Dixon, and Montgomery County until 7:15. That storm moving to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. So if you're in that area, that means that you're going to look for some gusty winds, potentially some hail, and no doubt about it, it is going to rain very heavily with this coming across. Again, there's our tornado warning that remains in effect here. We don't want you to think we're forgetting about you there in Todd County. We've got some other things happening we want to briefly touch on. So Dan, pull back out and show me one more time the bigger view. So we've got this severe thunderstorm warning that is extend farther down to the south. So folks down here from Waynesboro northward, just know you've got some very high winds with this storm and also the potential for some hail with it too. Now let's roll right run into the metro because we are looking there at a severe thunderstorm warning with this storm that is moving into Nashville, showing some signs of weakening here across the southern part of Williamson County. That is great news around Franklin. Things are getting better for you, and right on over to Murfreesboro, things are getting better, but we can scoot our radar picture up just a little bit higher, and this is going to show us, and I see a new warning that has popped out there. This is going to show us closer in where we've got the heavy rain right now around Davidson County. So it's coming down very heavily. We're not seeing a great deal of lightning with the storms that we see tonight, and that ding is indicating that next storm that I was just telling you about, and that's the new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to include some folks that are a little farther off to the north right now. So let's check exactly where that's going to be, and that's going to include folks that are over in Robertson County. You're under this new warning that we're seeing here. That's a severe thunderstorm. Well, let's see. Robertson County included in the new warning that we've got, and that's going to be until 7 o'clock. And then it looks like we've also got a new warning that includes portions of Sumner County, too, with that part of the storm moving toward the northeast, so headed into Gallatin. So heavy rain off to the north there in northern Davidson County. We do not have a tornado warning out or anything like that for Davidson County. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. So high winds, hail is what we're most likely to see with the storm coming through. And it's moving close to you in White House right now, and eventually will come closer to Portland and Cross Plains. That's one of the worst parts of the story that we're seeing right now. Pull out one more time. I want to show you again that tornado warning that remains in effect, and this is for Todd County right through here. So we've got the potential of seeing a tornado. We've already had reports of a tornado on the ground there, and now that storm potentially is off to the east of Elkton. It looks like from this view, that's where the storm may be right now as it moves towards the northeast and spotting up a little bit farther to the north. So moving to the northeast around 45-50 miles an hour. So if you're in Sharon Grove, you're going to be the next in line anywhere in between those two locations for that storm to move into your neck of the woods. So we're watching it very closely, and will continue to do so as we continue to watch this storm. All right, let's head over to Tom and Demetria.
All right, Lisa. We're going to let you guys take a break, take a drink of water, and check in with Alana Otler, who's in East Nashville.
That's right. It's been raining there a lot. Alana, is the wind still high there or not?
Well, Tom, it's actually calmed down just in the past few minutes. It's safe to say the elements are here in East Nashville. We're standing outside of Inglewood Elementary. And just a few minutes ago, the wind and the rain was actually blowing sideways. So now we've finally reached a lull in this part of the storm. As you can see, Riverside Drive is moving pretty fairly. The traffic's moving very smoothly right here. When we were driving here, we actually didn't see too many accidents, too many cars on the road. So it seems like people are really trying to stay indoors and trying to stay safe. Now, we don't really see anybody in this parking lot. We don't see any flooding, and it seems like the rain has finally slowed down, but we're going to stay out here and see what's next. Reporting live in East Nashville, Alana Otler, Channel 4 News.
All right, Alana, thank you so much. Let's switch gears now and talk to one of our other reporters. We've got a team of them covering this story tonight for us.
And Haley Mason is right out the back porch here in West Nashville at Channel 4. What are you seeing?
Well, Demetria, I was looking at my Twitter timeline. I was tweeting out pictures, and I can't believe just 20 minutes ago, behind me, it was a light blue. Those clouds just rolled in almost like a tide, and now you see it's a dark purple behind me. With it came the rain and some lightning. I haven't heard much thunder, but right now you've got a steady downfall of rain behind us and a little bit of wind right here outside of the WSMV studio. So right now, of course, it seems to be getting darker and darker as these storms continue to move in.
All right, Haley Mason for us. Let's go back to weather. Dan and, of course, Lisa are in the 4-1 Weather Center.
And this thing has moved quickly, but then it seems to move slowly in some spots.
That's the interesting thing today. And it's moving in from different directions. So as we take it back to 4-1 Live Doppler, just to give you another look at that tornado warning that's still active right now in Todd County. And this passing just east of Elkton. And so we'll have to watch this cell just for another minute or so. We have that tornado warning. It's going to move toward Whippoorwill. But notice the Weather Service out of a different office have actually put out a severe thunderstorm warning for Lewisburg in Kentucky and northern sections of Logan County. So right now they're not going with that tornado warning. Instead, they're going with a severe thunderstorm warning. So just bear that in mind. North and west of Russellville, the storm is going to move on through. Likely some gusty, damaging wind. But at Elkton right now, you've just, again, until the storm moves on by, you've got a few more minutes. You have to be hunkered down in your safe spot. Now, farther south into Middle Tennessee, one cluster of rain has moved on through the Nashville area. Now we have generally moderate, light to moderate rain in Davidson County, but there's a whole lot more rain still to move in. Right now, it's just severe thunderstorm warnings for this, and it's essentially up and down the line. So just watch out for damaging wind gusts that could come out of this at any moment, especially with some of the heavier downpours. Some of that now working into Clarksville and Cunningham as well. Farther south into Dixon County, things are getting more active right now in Charlotte and Dixon. Bon Aqua, just moderate rain, but notice Centerville about to get some very heavy downpours. Could be some nickel-size hail with some of this. And notice farther south into Summertown and Wayne County, we've got some of that. Lawrence County, I should say. Waynesboro, you've got some pretty good downpours. And then west of there, the severe threat is done. And so we're in very good shape in Murray, Kentucky, and Paris, back toward Benton and Decatur counties. We've got a tornado watch in effect for much of Middle Tennessee until midnight tonight, but slowly but surely the Weather Service will be trimming that back. And notice some good news. We'll send it back to Lisa, but the tornado warning has dropped off from the Weather Service in Paducah, and so they've got no warning now. So in Elkton, I give it a couple more minutes, but you can clearly come out of your safe spot and feel good about it. The same for Trenton and Guthrie, Kentucky as well. Lisa?
All right, so that is very good news. That has been such a dangerous storm. It still remains a dangerous storm. We're talking about some high winds with that too, but just so glad that the tornado warning has been allowed to expire at this point. So we will take that. Any good news we can get. More good news that we're anticipating, because we've got these thunderstorms right now, we really anticipate that our atmosphere is just going to be exhausted, and we're not going to see more of these later on tonight producing tornadoes or nearly what we have right now, and that is great news. When folks are asleep, we don't want that happening. So right now we are looking at severe thunderstorms that are right in the metro area, which is bad enough that we've got right here at commute time for folks to head home, all this active weather that has moved in across the mid-state. So right here is the outline of where we have a severe thunderstorm warning. Another one that has been issued farther that does include sections of Sumner, parts of Robertson County in a warning as well. But right now we're looking at Sumner and right down through Davidson County, Wilson County, Rutherford County, Williamson County remaining under this severe thunderstorm warning with high winds, one of our greatest potentials here as those storms lift northward right now. So that's one area. Let's get even closer down to Nashville, because we want folks to be able to see exactly what's happening in their areas, in their neighborhoods. So we've got right around Madison, some of the heavier rain falling at this point, and right in through Nashville, you can see some of the more moderate rain. The heavier rain right now around Millersville and stretching up toward Coopertown at this point, and then extends a little farther to the east there of Inglewood. That's fantastic news. More moderate rain here around Antioch, Brentwood, and then stretching over to Kingston Springs right now. And then by far we're getting to some heavier rain off to the west, but there's one little pocket right here along I-65, looks like along 840, where we've got some heavy rain right now that's making for some treacherous traveling there along the interstate, not too far from you over in Spring Hill. As a matter of fact, some of you in Spring Hill are getting some of the heavier rain, and right here that W reporting some wind problems, and that was at 6:25. So less than a half hour ago we had a report of a tree and some power lines down, and that was at Highway 100 there. And then let's see, a report of 60-mile-per-hour winds at Boston Theta Road, and that was at Robinson Road too. So a couple of reports there of wind issues with these storms as they moved up from Alabama. And another spot here, and Dan, where does this one go? This one's up here in Montgomery County. So trees down across Indian Hills Court at Meadows Circle. Another report of just excessive wind issues that we've had with this storm. And this, of course, is an area that was under a tornado warning for quite a while, as that storm has now moved into Kentucky. But you're getting the whole line shifting now into Montgomery County, so you're under severe thunderstorm warning as a result. That does include parts of Robertson County too. This line, you can see the whole, it looks like everything's moving northward, and that's true. The storms are moving towards the north-northeast. The line is moving towards the east, and it is creeping along. And as it creeps along, it's dropping a lot of rain. And these are rainfall estimates right here in Humphreys County, 2.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that, right on down into Decatur County, 2 inches of rain there. So it's really coming down in some of these spots around Hohenwald, picking up near an inch of rain there, and some of the other little pockets here where we've gotten those storms repeatedly coming through some of the same spots. We've had almost an inch of rain, and this has been one of the last spots to see some of the rainfall as we've been watching these storms pull from the west towards the east right now. Severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect, though, for folks that are along this line, and that eventually will be sliding into Nashville. So we'll have another round that will move in, too, and we'll continue to monitor that. The good news as we look out here, we do not have any tornado warnings active in effect right now. Let's head back over to Tom and Demetria.
And thank goodness for that, Lisa.
Oh, no kidding. Thanks so much, guys. Well, a lot of you have been sending in some pictures of the damage, and we appreciate this. And here's one right here.
Yep, we're starting to see some of this video. T.L. Kreuzer sent us the video of the storm passing over the Sango community in Montgomery County. This was a bit back. You can tell it's still light out. He was standing in the doorway of his basement when he shot those pictures.
And James Starkey sent us this picture from his neighborhood in Cunningham. You can see the dark clouds up there. The sky, the clouds, they all look ominous. Be sure to keep those pictures coming. It's pics, P-I-X, at WSMV.com or news at WSMV.com.
There you see a tree on a house in Waverly. They've had a bad afternoon. Channel 4's Carly Gordon is on I-65 south in Columbia. And there she is. Carly, what are you seeing?
Well, Demetria, we're just north of Columbia right now. What we're experiencing is some rain, some lightning, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but definitely some wind gusts. At times here, it's hard for me to hold on to this umbrella. I'm going to step out of the way so I can show you what we're looking at. Again, I-65 south of Columbia, north of Columbia rather. The traffic is moving a little slower than normal, but Jason Maxwell and I were making our way to Columbia and Lawrence County when we pulled over. At times we've seen gusts of wind so strong that people were slowing down on the highway. The rain at one point hit us like a wall. And on the other side of the highway on I-65 north, at one point it was like a parking lot out there. Officials, of course, telling people not to be out on the roads. They want people to stay home. People to make their way home. I'm going to show you what just happened to me while I'm trying to talk to you. See that? That's the kind of wind we're talking about right now. So I'm going to get back in the car. We're going to keep heading south, and we'll keep you updated. Reporting live just north of Columbia, I'm Carly Gordon, Channel 4 News.
Hey, Carly, before we let you get back into that car, we want you to be safe. How was the visibility on the roads when you guys were driving, trying to get there? The wind's so high you can't hear us. It's all right, Carly. Get safe.
Okay, let's check back now with Lisa and Dan for just a moment, see where those storms are headed.
Wow, we have had quite the afternoon. Now we're seeing more areas in Middle Tennessee under at least a severe thunderstorm warning. No tornado warnings.
Absolutely, and that's really been the highest threat with this wet weather this afternoon into this evening. Damaging straight line wind and also some flash flooding. This full one live Doppler continuing to track areas of moderate to at times heavy rain moving through the Nashville area. Not just Nashville itself, but now north of town, east of town, south of town, more waves coming through. So if the rain turns off for a little bit, it's actually going to improve, but it's just going to be temporary because notice a lot more is going to move in from the west. So all the boxes that you see on the radar right now, these are severe thunderstorm warnings in through here and in through here, and then one in Logan County, Kentucky as well. Lisa?
All right, and we can even look a little farther down to the south. Let's scoot down just a little bit, just to let folks know that there's a little bit more activity that will be sliding up from Alabama. So we do have some more showers and thunderstorms, but the good news with this, we do not see a bunch of warnings down here either, which is great news. So we'll be watching all this as it lifts up tonight, but at least we're not seeing severe threat from those storms at this point, and we will take that. There's still rain extending all the way back through Savannah and straight on through Corinth, Mississippi, and we pull back into our mid-state view. If you're in Cookeville and Crossville and Salina, this whole system will be inching towards the east, but it's moving so slowly that it's taken several hours for this line to move from here to here. So it's going to be a very slow night tonight as far as the progression of these storms. The individual cells are moving a lot faster. I think we may have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and we do indeed, and that's going to be a little farther off to the north from from the cell that we've been watching here across parts of Kentucky, and this warning is in effect for Todd County. That's included in this latest batch. So that's Todd County in effect until 7:30 with this severe thunderstorm moving northward right now. This is the one that had a history of producing a tornado a bit earlier. Now we're looking at a severe thunderstorm. High winds will be associated with this system as it continues to lift off toward the north right now. So this is the area we'll watch as it moves across that county, and we'll keep you updated here on Channel 4. Right now, let's head back over to Tom and Demetria.
All right, Lisa, in case you haven't checked the clock, you are watching Channel 4 News at 6:30.
Yes, you are. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
SLE Equipment is your one-stop shop for outdoor power equipment. Bundle and save on this Husqvarna zero-turn package deal. Get this 54-inch Husqvarna zero-turn mower, straight shaft string trimmer, and backpack blower all packaged at just $32.29. Or get a new 46-inch Husqvarna zero-turn mower, straight shaft string trimmer, and backpack blower all packaged at just $29.40. Plus get 0% interest for 4 years with zero down. Come by and take a test drive today. Shop online at sleequipment.com.
Mobile 4, live, on the move, and working for you.
Model B Smith's earth-shattering diagnosis, all new Oz.
Tomorrow at 3.
John Leguizamo on the next Meredith Vieira Show.
Tomorrow at 2. Channel 4 News, sponsored by Electronic Express. Nobody sells for less.
Denise, I love this new bedroom set. It's all from American Signature Furniture, and it was a steal.
I knew it! You're going away for a long time, Denise.
A steal means it was super affordable.
Tell it to the judge.
Stay tuned for store-wide steals from American Signature Furniture.
As a county mayor, I spent a lot of time on my feet. I lived with the pain, the burning, the swelling of varicose veins for many years. My doctor referred me to the Vein Center.
At the Vein Center, each patient receives an individualized treatment plan from one of our 5 board-certified vascular surgeons.
I'm thankful I asked my doctor about the Vein Center.
Choose Middle Tennessee's recognized leader for varicose and spider vein treatment, the Vein Center. Visit veinreliever.com for more information.
Life insurance? What is that? It's like hugging your kid butt with money. It's something that you can get from somewhere. It makes you indestructible, like a superhero. I'd love to be a superhero. It's so you can come back to life, I think.
There's a lot of confusion about life insurance. Get simple answers from a State Farm agent, backed by the life insurance company millions of moms and dads already trust.
It gives my dad a piece of his mind.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Think it's only a game? You win some, lose some. Just give the old college try. Not around here. Because winning on the field and the work site isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
This team, this truck will make a believer out of you.
Ford F-150, the best-selling truck 37 straight years. Now get F-150 with 0 for 60 plus up to $4,500 in total savings.
Go Balls!
What are the 5 reasons to turn your car into cash at Check Into Cash? 1.
More money.
2.
More money.
3.
More money.
4.
More money.
5.
Better rates.
Call now or visit checkintocash.com for the Check Into Cash location near you. Find out what your car's worth as easy as 1, 2, 3.
1.
Go to checkintocash.com.
2.
Enter your name, make, and model.
3.
Get your answer right away.
Call now or visit checkintocash.com for the Check Into Cash location near you.
During the Columbus Day sale at American Signature Furniture, shop today and we'll give you even better than a tax break with 10% off your purchase, plus no interest financing until 2016 when you spend just $9.99 and up. American Signature Furniture. Style comes easy.
We have certainly been, for the last several hours, under a forewarned weather alert.
And it's not over yet. 2,000 people without power in Clarksville. Let's check in with Julia Bruck, who's in Waverly, Tennessee, where she's seen some damage. Julia.
Well, Demetria, all night long we've heard Lisa and also Dan talk about the winds in this storm, and I want to show you perspective of just the strength of the winds that moved through Waverly around 5:30 this afternoon. This is a maple fell onto Betty Snow's home. Miss Snow tells me she was actually home at the time. She was on the lower floor and was not hurt. She's elderly and she was able to get out with her dogs to a safe spot. However, as you can see, there is a lot of damage to this home. We're talking broken windows, The roof is gone. Also, it's raining right inside to the upper part of the home as well. I spoke with the owner of this home a short time ago, and he says this is a tree he never thought he would have problems with. He thought he'd have problems with others on the property first, but this is the one that seemed to cause the damage and was just ripped up and thrown right onto Betty Snow's home. We are told there's another tree down on the back side as well, and the winds were very high when it moved through this area. Getting here, though, was pretty tricky for us. So if you are going to be driving this evening, be aware of the roads. We came off of I-40 and it was narrow roads, lots of rain, and visibility was next to nothing when the rain was really coming down. We're still seeing some lightning in this area as well. So Dan and Tom and Demetria, of course, it's always important in these storms for drivers to be aware of the severe conditions they're going to go into. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we can't say it enough. Julia, if you don't have to be outside tonight, please don't go out on the roads. There's a lot of traffic and a lot of danger.
We've got about 20 seconds left. Let's check back in with Dan and Lisa one more time before we send it to programming.
What we can say is a few communities have been trimmed from this tornado watch. No more tornado watch for Henry County, for Benton County, Decatur County, Madison, and Carroll County. So some good news there. Yeah.